Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a deep dive into digital marketing tools. All those great apps and platforms that can really boost your marketing. We're taking inspiration from a Career Foundry YouTube video, where a digital marketing expert named Ed breaks down his top tool recommendations.
It's really interesting how Ed doesn't just throw out random tools. He actually presents them strategically like they're building blocks in a successful marketing campaign.
Oh, totally. It's like he's giving us a roadmap starting with the foundation,
Really,
your website.
exactly. And his first pick might not be the flashiest, but it's absolutely essential: WordPress, especially for established
I
businesses.
see.
You might be thinking, WordPress, isn't that a little old school?
Yeah, a little.
But Ed is a fan for a reason. He loves its flexibility and the huge library of plugins. It's like having a toolbox where you can find the perfect tool for any job, whether it's optimizing your site for search engines or adding e-commerce features.
Mhm.
For an established company, that kind of control and ability to scale are super valuable.
Okay. I'm starting to see why he's a fan. But he does mention some other website builders, right? For those of us who maybe aren't as tech savvy, or need something up and running like super fast.
Exactly. He gave a shout out to Webflow, Squarespace, and Wix. They're all-in-one platforms where you don't need to be a coding whiz to build a really nice-looking
Oh,
site. You get user-friendly interfaces, drag-and-drop features, and pre-designed templates so you can have a professional-looking website up in no time.
So it's all about picking the right tool for your comfort level and how quickly you need to launch. But no matter which platform you choose, that website is like your home base online. It's where everything comes together.
For sure, it's your brand's digital headquarters.
I like that.
You showcase your products, your content, your unique personality. It's all there. But think about it. Once you have that awesome website, you'll have potential customers coming in. How do you manage all those leads and nurture those relationships? That's where Ed's next tool suggestion comes in.
Okay, let's get into this. He's talking about customer relationship management systems, better known as CRMs. He specifically mentions HubSpot and MailChimp as powerful examples.
Now, you might be thinking CRMs. Aren't those just for huge companies with massive sales teams?
Yeah.
But even if you're a solopreneur, a CRM can be a total game changer. Imagine this. You're building a list of contacts, people who are genuinely interested in what you have to offer. A CRM helps you organize those contacts, send targeted emails, and even see how they interact with your brand.
So it's not just about like sending out generic emails. It's about building real, meaningful relationships with your audience. I like that.
Exactly. It's all about fostering those connections that turn into loyal customers. And speaking of teamwork, Ed brings up something that often gets overlooked: internal communication and collaboration within your marketing team.
And here's where things get really interesting. He recommends the good old Google Suite, Docs, Sheets, the whole gang.
Mm.
I love that he's highlighting these super accessible tools. I mean, everyone has a Google account, right?
It's a great reminder that sometimes the simplest tools are the most powerful, especially when you're starting out. Think about it. Google Docs is perfect for writing blog posts, creating website copy, or collaborating on marketing materials with your team.
Yeah, for sure.
And Sheets, that's your go-to for tracking marketing data and making simple reports.
It's like having a virtual office where everyone can work together seamlessly, even if you're miles apart. But Ed doesn't stop there. He also suggests Miro, which is a little more specialized.
Yeah, Miro is fantastic for those visual brainstorming sessions. It's like a digital whiteboard where you can map out ideas, create flowcharts, and collaborate in real time. It's especially useful for remote teams. You know those times when you're trying to explain a complex idea and you wish you could just draw it out for everyone to see?
Uh-huh.
Miro is perfect for that.
That makes so much sense. It's like having that in-person energy and collaboration, even when you're working remotely. It seems like Ed is really emphasizing how important it is for everyone to be on the same page, to communicate clearly, and to work together efficiently.
You're absolutely right. It's all connected. You can have the most beautiful website and a top-notch CRM. But if your team isn't communicating well, marketing is going to suffer.
So we've got our website, we're managing our customer relationships, and our team communication is strong. What's the next essential piece of Ed's marketing toolkit?
Well, imagine this. You've got your team working smoothly, you're generating great ideas, amazing content, but what happens next? How do you keep all those projects organized and moving forward? That's where project management and documentation tools come in.
That's a great point. It's like having a system in place to make sure nothing falls through the cracks. So what does Ed recommend for keeping all those marketing balls in the air?
He's a big fan of Asana for general project management, especially when it comes to content creation. He finds it really intuitive for managing tasks, deadlines, and team workflows. And to make sure everyone has access to the information they need, he suggests Notion as a central hub for all your internal documentation.
Notion seems to be everywhere these days. What makes it so special for marketing teams?
It's like having a digital brain for your marketing operations. Think about all the information you need to keep track of. Brand guidelines, content calendars, project briefs, meeting notes, process documentation. Notion lets you organize all of that in one place.
So it's not just about assigning tasks and meeting deadlines. It's about capturing knowledge, documenting processes, and making sure everyone has access to the same information.
Exactly. It's like building a library of your marketing wisdom.
I love that analogy. It really highlights the value of documentation, especially as your team grows and your projects become more complex. Okay, so we've laid the foundation with a great website. We're nurturing relationships with a CRM. Our team communication is on point, and we're managing projects like pros. What's next on our journey through Ed's marketing toolkit?
Well, you've got all this fantastic content, all these brilliant ideas, but they're no good if they're just sitting on your computer, right?
Right.
You need to get them out into the world. That's where content distribution and analysis comes in.
You're absolutely right. It's time to spread the marketing magic far and wide. So what are Ed's go-to tools for getting our content in front of the right people?
He keeps it real, you know. He acknowledges that you have to reach your audience where they are, and for that, he recommends the heavy hitters, Meta and Google Ads. They offer incredible reach, especially if you're a business targeting consumers. He also highlights LinkedIn as a powerful platform for reaching other businesses.
So it's about choosing the platform that aligns with your specific audience. But it's not just about blasting out content randomly, right?
Yeah.
We need to be strategic and see what's working. I remember Ed mentioning some SEO tools like Ahrefs and SEMrush.
Yes, those are essential for understanding how people are finding you online. They help you research what people are searching for, those keywords, and then see how your website is performing in search results.
Yeah. So it's like having a roadmap for search engines. It helps us understand how to optimize our website content so that it shows up when people are searching for those specific topics.
Yeah.
But it's not just about getting people to your website right. We need to make sure they stick around and find what they're looking for.
Absolutely. And that's where understanding user behavior comes in. We'll dig deeper into that in just a moment. But first, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with more of Ed's incredible marketing tool recommendations. Welcome back. Before the break, we were exploring Ed's collection of digital marketing tools. We talked about the importance of a solid website as your home base, using a CRM to nurture those valuable customer relationships, and getting your team working together smoothly.
Yeah, it's amazing how all those pieces work together to create a powerful marketing strategy. But now I'm really curious to hear more about the specific tools Ed recommends. Let's jump back into those, starting with website creation.
Sure, Ed's a big fan of WordPress, especially for established businesses. He loves how flexible it is. You can build anything from a simple blog to a full-blown e-commerce website, and with all those plugins, you can add features as your business grows. It's like having a website that evolves right alongside you.
That makes a lot of sense. But I remember him mentioning some other website builders too, especially for people who might not be as comfortable with the technical side of things.
You're right, he mentioned Webflow, Squarespace, and Wix. These platforms are really designed for ease of use. They have intuitive interfaces and drag-and-drop functionality, and tons of pre-designed templates. So you can create a professional-looking website without needing to know any code.
That's so cool. It really makes website creation accessible to anyone, regardless of their technical skills. So it's all about choosing the right tool based on your comfort level and how fast you need to get online. Now, what about those CRMs? I'm interested in how they can even help smaller businesses.
Ed specifically mentioned HubSpot and MailChimp. Now, both of these platforms are great for managing your contacts, sending targeted emails, and tracking how people interact with your brand. But they definitely have some differences.
Yeah, I'm curious about those differences. How do you choose the right CRM for your needs?
Well, think of HubSpot as your all-in-one marketing powerhouse. It's got tools for everything, from email marketing and social media management to sales and customer service.
Wow, that's a lot. So it's really a comprehensive solution for businesses that are ready to take their marketing up a notch.
Exactly. Now, MailChimp is great if you're primarily focused on email marketing. It's known for its user-friendly interface and powerful email automation features.
So it's a great starting point for businesses just starting to build their email list and want a simple yet effective way to connect with their audience.
Precisely. And the best part is both platforms offer free plans. so you can try them out and see which one's a better fit for your business. Now, remember how we talked about the importance of internal communication and collaboration?
Oh yeah, Ed's recommendation was a classic, the Google Suite. It's amazing how those simple tools can be so effective, especially when you're working with a team.
Absolutely. Google Docs is a lifesaver for content creation. Whether you're writing blog posts, website copy, or even those super important marketing reports and sheets, that's what you use for tracking your marketing data and analyzing results.
It's like having that virtual office where everyone can work together smoothly, no matter where they are. But Ed threw in a curveball with Miro, which is something I haven't used before. What's so great about Miro?
Think of Miro as a giant digital whiteboard. It's perfect for brainstorming sessions, mapping out projects, and visualizing ideas with your team. It's incredibly engaging and interactive, especially if you work remotely.
So it's like having that in-person energy and collaboration, even when you're miles apart. I can definitely see how that would be useful. Now, what about project management? That's one area I know a lot of small businesses and entrepreneurs struggle with.
Ed's a big advocate for having a system to keep all your marketing projects organized and moving forward. He's a fan of Asana. It's a really popular project management tool. It helps you break down your projects into manageable tasks, assign those tasks to your team, set deadlines, and track your progress.
It's all about staying on top of everything, making sure nothing slips through the cracks. And that's where documentation comes in. Remember, Ed mentioned Notion is a great tool for that.
Notion's awesome because it's so versatile. You can use it to create a central hub for all your team's information. Think brand guidelines, content calendars, project briefs, meeting notes, you name it. It's all about making sure everyone can access the information they need when they need it.
So it's like building a library of your marketing expertise. I love that analogy. It really shows how important documentation is, especially as your team grows. Okay, so we've got our website, our CRM, our communication channels,
Right.
our project management system, and our documentation hub. What's next?
Now comes the fun part. You've got all this amazing content, all these brilliant ideas, but they won't do any good if no one sees them. It's time to talk about content distribution.
You're right. It's time to spread that marketing magic. I'm excited to hear what Ed suggests for getting our content in front of the right people.
Ed's a pragmatist. He knows that to reach a large audience, you sometimes have to use the big players, Meta and Google Ads. These platforms have a huge reach and let you target specific groups of people so you can make sure your message is seen by the people who are most likely to be interested.
It's about making those smart investments, putting your marketing dollars where they'll have the biggest impact. But I know paid advertising can be a little intimidating, especially for people who haven't done it before. What's the key to navigating those platforms effectively?
It's all about testing and refining your approach. You got to start by being clear on who your target audience is, what they're interested in, and where they hang out online. Then you can experiment with different ad formats, targeting options, and messaging to see what works best.
So it's not a set it and forget it kind of thing. You really need to be involved,
Yeah.
analyzing the data, and making changes to your campaigns to improve your results over time.
Exactly. It's all a learning process. The more you experiment and analyze, the better you get at reaching the right people. Now, what about reaching people organically through search engines? And it had some great recommendations for SEO tools, too.
Oh, yeah. He mentioned Refs and SEMrush as must-haves for understanding how people are finding you online. What makes those tools so valuable?
They help you understand who people are searching on the internet. They give you insights into the words and phrases people use when they're looking for information or products, or services like yours.
So it's like having a window into the minds of our potential customers. We can see what they're searching for, and then make sure our website shows up in those searches.
Exactly. It's all about making it easy for people to find you when they need what you offer. And once they land on your website, you want to make sure they have a good experience.
That makes sense. It's not just about getting people to your website, it's about keeping them engaged and helping them find what they need.
Right. You want to make sure your website is user-friendly, easy to navigate, and provides really valuable information. Ed didn't go too deep into specific tools for website optimization, but we can talk about some strategies you can use to improve your website's performance in a bit.
That sounds great. I'm eager to hear more about how we can fine-tune those online experiences. But first, I'm curious to hear more about Ed's recommendations for data analysis. I know those tools can be really powerful, but they can also be overwhelming.
Ed emphasized how important it is to turn all that data you collect into actionable insights. He specifically mentioned Looker and Tableau. They're industry-leading tools for creating visually appealing and easy-to-understand marketing reports.
It's like transforming raw data into a work of art. Instead of staring at spreadsheets, you can see the big picture and communicate those insights to your team or stakeholders.
Precisely. And that leads us to one of the most talked about topics in marketing today, artificial intelligence, or AI. Ed briefly touched on how AI is changing the game.
Yeah, I remember him and the videographer talking about ChatGPT and how people are using it for things like writing YouTube descriptions and titles. It's incredible how AI is becoming a part of our everyday work.
It really is. AI tools can automate tasks, analyze data, personalize content, and even generate creative copy. But like Ed pointed out, it's important to remember that AI is a tool.
Right. It's not about replacing human creativity and strategic thinking. It's about finding ways to use AI to make our marketing even more effective.
Exactly. AI can help us do things faster and more efficiently, but it's still up to us humans to guide the strategy, make those big decisions, and make sure we're using these tools ethically and responsibly.
It's a whole new world out there. And I'm excited to see how AI continues to change the marketing landscape. I think it's a reminder that we need to stay curious, embrace new technologies, and never stop learning.
Absolutely. And that brings us to the core of what Ed's recommendations are all about. Building a toolkit that lets you connect with your audience, tell your story, and achieve your marketing goals.
It's all about finding the right tools for the job, understanding how to use them well, and remembering the human element that drives successful marketing. Wow, we covered a lot today, huh? From building a website to managing those customer relationships to using AI. It's been an amazing journey through Ed's marketing toolkit.
As we wrap up, I'd love to get your take on something expert speaker. Of all the tools Ed mentioned, what were the absolute essentials for you? You know, the ones that every marketer should have, whether they're just starting out or they've got a big team.
It's so interesting how Ed gave us such a complete picture, with tools for every stage of marketing. But I had to choose just a few must-haves. I'd say a solid website, a reliable CRM, and a really strong project management tool are like non-negotiable. Absolutely. Those are the basics, the building blocks. Your website is like your online store. Your CRM helps you build those relationships with your audience. And a good project management tool keeps everything organized and on track.
Right. You can add more tools later as you grow, but those three are the foundation of good marketing.
They're like the essential utilities for your marketing house. You can't do anything without them. And like we've talked about before, it's not just about having the tools. It's about knowing how to actually use them. It's that mix of technology and expertise that makes things work.
For sure. And that reminds me of another important point from Ed's recommendations, the importance of analyzing your data. We have so much data these days, but it's useless if we don't learn from it.
Data is like our marketing compass. It shows us what's working, what's not working, and how to get better results.
Exactly. It's about making decisions based on data, not just your gut feeling. And that's where tools like Google Analytics, Ahrefs, SEMrush, and data visualization tools like Looker and Tableau come in. They help us understand the numbers and use them to create strategies.
It's like having a whole team of data analysts working for you.
Exactly. And we can't forget about AI either. It's already changing marketing, and it's only going to get bigger.
AI is like having a really smart intern, always ready to help and make things more efficient. Tools like ChatGPT can be super helpful for brainstorming content, writing copy, even personalizing messages to your audience.
Yeah, but as we said before, we got to use AI the right way. It's a tool to make us better, not to replace us.
We're still the captains of the ship. AI can help us navigate, but we choose where we want to go.
I completely agree. So as we wrap up our deep dive into Ed's marketing toolbox, I want to leave you with something to think about. What one tool from this list would make the biggest difference for you right now? Given what you're working on and the challenges you're facing, what tool could really level up your marketing?
That's a great question. It really makes you think about what you need most. And building your marketing toolkit is a journey. Stay curious, keep learning, and don't be afraid to try new tools as they come out.
Marketing never stays the same, so we have to adapt too. The important thing is to be flexible, embrace change, and always keep learning.
That's a perfect way to end our deep dive into digital marketing tools.
Right.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you learned a lot. And as always, make sure to subscribe and share this episode with your marketing friends. Until next time, happy marketing.